Good afternoon to you and your viewers at home, and thank you for having us this afternoon.
Well, before we get to the crux of our conversation for today, can you paint us a picture of how long these negotiations have been going on for, and confirm that indeed you were asking for a 7% increase and government offered you 0%?
Thank you for the question. Yeah, indeed, we tabled our demands from the 1st of March this year, and we have had about 4 meetings with the Department of Public Service and Administration, where we indeed demanded 4% above inflation and other additional demands that were put there as part of the process of negotiation. Clearly, it has taken us more than 40 days now trying to negotiate with the department, and they have not been able to come forward in terms of a counter offer that can be taken to our members for consultation. So it has been more than 40 days now.
And I mean, of course, you've rejected the 0% because it's not even half of what you've asked government for. But we also know that the public sector wage bill is also being slashed. So what hopes do you have for government actually changing their minds and finding money to actually allocate to these wage increases?
We believe that the government has been able to find money last year to fund the municipalities, to fund the state-owned enterprises such as SAA and so forth, because all of that comes from the public purse. And therefore, we believe that the public service demands are reasonable and sensible, and therefore we are there for negotiation, and therefore negotiation is give and take. They have got to place on the table a counter offer that we can be able to do that. So we believe that it will take political will from their side to understand that the services that we render are essential and critical, and therefore the majority of the working class people in our country rely solely on these particular services, and therefore averting a strike that can have detrimental effect on the lives of our people. It's an important consideration for both parties. We have done our part, and therefore they have got to do their part. We know that they listen to the IMF, they listen to the World Bank, and this is the time that they listen to the people of our country who are receiving the services from the public servants to say, please avert a strike that can have very detrimental effects.
So is government then asking you for more time to negotiate a better offer?
Yes, government wants to go and re-look at what they have. But what they have is to take from us again and give us on the other side, because you can't say, I'm going to take your leave, I'm going to take your pay progression, and here is the money, I'm going to do that. They've got to at least say, look, we have so much money that is new money. Let's see how we can permutate that particular money to build a number of scenarios that you, as the representative of workers, can take it to the workers. And that is what government has not been able to do. They want to take from the workers to pay the workers, and that's not how you negotiate.
Tell us then about the strike action that you're planning. What dates do you have in mind? Have you also communicated to government that you will be striking?
Well, at the moment, we have declared a deadlock. And then in terms of the processes of the PSCBC, up until the end of 5 days, the government have up to 5 days to come back with a new offer. If not, then as the unions collectively, we will then declare a formal dispute. And that particular formal dispute will then be conciliated for 21 days. And then thereafter, we can get a certificate. At that time, we will then be able to can say what is the date of the strike. But for now is that we still have about 21 days to 26 days to really try and conciliate this particular dispute and see if we can find an amicable solution to this particular problem. So we are not able to say to you exactly at what point we will then be going into the street, because for now we don't have a certificate to strike.
Now, in the event that this deadlock is not actually resolved and you are forced to get to a point where you do embark on a national strike, will doctors and nurses be expected to participate in the strike?
Yes, nurses and doctors and police and the teachers will be able to participate in this particular strike, because it will be a protected strike. And therefore, we believe that the government has a responsibility to do what they can do to ensure that they avert a possible destruction of essential services in our country when we're facing the COVID.
Well, let's leave it there for now. We'll keep track of this story as it unfolds and hear how those negotiations with government progress. But currently, a 0% wage increase there coming in from the government. That was joint mandating committees, Mugwena, Maluleke.